Hey credit heroes, I once got evicted even though I did nothing wrong. I paid my rent on time, I fixed things myself, and my landlord still kicked me out just so he could raise the rent. In court, they gave me a week to move, but I was leaving on the road for a gig 2 days later. So suddenly I had 24 hours to pack everything and find a new place or all my stuff would be thrown out. And when I finally thought it was over, it wasn't. Months later, I learned that eviction was still following me. It was hiding in a public record that I didn't even know existed. That experience changed everything for me because I realized how many people are still stuck in that same nightmare today. So today I'm going to show you the 6 hidden databases, how to pull reports from each, and the exact 3-step legal process to remove evictions. So you better stick around.
My name is Daniel Rosen, and welcome to Credit Repair Business Secrets.
People rebuild their credit, raise their scores, and finally feel ready to move forward, but then a hidden eviction record shows up during a rental check and everything falls apart. Now, here's what most people don't know. Evictions don't always show up on your credit report, but they do show up in public records and rental databases, and those are the reports that landlords check before they hand over the keys. So even if your credit score is great, a hidden eviction record can still stop you from getting approved. That's why step 1 is figuring out where the eviction is hiding. But here's the good news. Under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, you have the legal right to dispute any incorrect, outdated, or unverifiable information, and that includes evictions and public records. If the database can't prove that it's accurate, they must delete it. That is the law. Evictions themselves don't usually appear directly on a credit report, but if unpaid rent gets sent to collections, that collection does show up, and it can lower a credit score for up to 7 years. So even though the eviction might not be visible, its financial trail, the unpaid rent or judgment, absolutely affects your credit. Credit repair isn't just about removing items, it's about giving people hope, confidence, and freedom again. When you help someone remove an eviction, you're not just fixing their report, you are helping them to rebuild their life. There are 6 major rental databases where evictions and public records hide, so grab a pen and write these down. Experian Rent Bureau, CoreLogic Safe Rent, TransUnion Smart Move, Equifax Tenant IQ, Screening Reports Incorporated, and National Tenant Network. These are the hidden bureaus that landlords use to check rental history. If an eviction isn't showing up on a credit report, it's probably in one of these. Each of these databases is governed by the FCRA, and that means that you have the right to request a copy of your file once a year and to dispute anything that's inaccurate. And remember, most eviction records have errors, wrong dates, inflated amounts, missing signatures, and all of these are violations under the law. You have a legal right to see and dispute what's being reported about you. And that's your leverage to getting the record deleted. Here's how to remove them step by step. Step 1, request your rental reports. Go to each of the 6 companies' websites and request your tenant screening report. Start with Experian Rent Bureau. You can also call or email them directly, and they must provide your report by law. This shows you exactly where your eviction or public record is being reported. Step 2, dispute any errors. If you find an eviction or judgment that looks wrong, outdated, or unverifiable, send a written dispute letter directly to the company that's reporting it, not the landlord. Your letter should highlight all inaccuracies like wrong balance, incorrect date, and missing judgment verification. Under the FCRA, they have 30 days to investigate and respond, and if they don't, or if they can't verify all the information, they must delete it. Step 3, escalate if they don't comply. If you get a verified letter back or no response at all, don't give up. That's what they hope you'll do. Instead, send a follow-up verification letter demanding proof, signed contracts, payment records, or court documents. If they still refuse or delay, file a complaint with the CFPB. The CFPB enforces the FCRA and holds these databases accountable. And once you file, things tend to move a lot faster. Cool, right? Okay, since you stuck around, here are 2 bonus strategies that most people have never heard about. Situation number 1, eviction for non-payment. If you were evicted because you couldn't pay rent and you now have the money, reach out to your old landlord before it goes to court. Negotiate a settlement. Offer to pay what you owe in exchange for them agreeing to not report the eviction or to remove it if it's already been reported. Situation number 2, wrongful eviction. If you were evicted illegally, maybe your landlord didn't follow proper procedures or they retaliated against you for requesting repairs. In that case, you might have grounds to sue. Most consumer attorneys take these cases on contingency, which means that you don't pay unless you win. And here's my final point. Look, evictions can feel permanent, like a mark that follows you everywhere, but they are not. With the right steps, by requesting your reports, disputing errors, and escalating the CFPB when needed, you can remove them legally and start fresh. When someone gets evicted, they don't just lose a home, they lose stability. And when you help them remove that record, you give them something real, a chance to rent again, to qualify for a loan, and to rebuild their future. And that's what being a credit hero is all about, helping people get their lives back on track, one deletion at a time. And I'll end by saying, if you want to know how new credit scoring updates are finally helping renters, check out my update here. And if you'd like to improve your credit score and discover how to earn extra income repairing credit for others, check out my brand new Start Repairing Credit Challenge. So sign up right now at startrepairingcredit.com and keep changing lives.